that it's going to be something about the team that is most deserving. And Florida State was without question the most deserving. You can't push back on that. But
we
if
are
you're going on
live.
the 4 best teams, and
I'm
the
going to
teams
eat this
that
really
you think
quick.
are the best in college football.
We are live. Welcome to Off the Dome live edition. We are going to be live reacting to the New Year's Six Bowls. See who Mizzou gets. Hopefully, let me take these off. Wow, look like a nerd. We're gonna be live reacting to who Mizzou gets, and then we're gonna give our thoughts on the matchup. And yeah, but we're gonna turn this up a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Andy, can you hear that?
Injury, and that's unfortunate.
Oh, let us know if you can hear us. How do we sound? This is live, all new to us.
With that, or whether that should have been the case. That is the only reason. It wasn't about
the committee.
Wasn't about any of this
in the room. Can we just start calling it the 13 people?
Yeah,
I just think we minimize what it is.
It's it's an unfortunate thing, but I mean it's within the scope of the committee. It's in their criteria. It's in their protocol, and that's what they did. That's the only reason. There's no other reason. That's the only one. That it was the injury to Jordan Travis. Now, if you disagree with that, that's fair enough. Fair enough, man.
You can agree with Coach had every.
What do you think of that? The top four.
And say
that's the right call, man.
Okay, I'm told that we have to get to the New Year's Six Bowls right now because we promised America they would be any of the other Eastern time. So here they are. Let's unveil the teams that will play in the New Year's Six Bowls.
Oh,
what? How about Eli Drinkwitz?
All right, let's compete Ohio State.
Great job.
My God, we're up first. Number 9, Missouri. Number 7, Ohio State. Holy, I did not expect that to be the first game announced. I was not prepared mentally. Wow, dude. December 29th. That's a Friday, correct? Let's see. I got to make sure I'm not fucking driving that night.
I'm so impressed by what Missouri
did,
and it'll be interesting to see how Ohio State rebounds now. Coming off of the loss, not playing in the Big Ten championship game.
Wow,
I talked to a lot of people back here. I know
happen that quick.
So can they rebound and get ready for a Missouri team?
I want Ohio State. We can shut them up.
Also see those rankings too. Ohio State finished 7th. Missouri finished 9th.
Let's go.
By the College Football
Let's go.
Take a look at the.
I did not expect that. Holy shit.
Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. How about this one? Noon Eastern time
on
ESPN, December 30th.
Oh, Penn State beat them.
They got the Peach Bowl. They got a New Year's Six Bowl too.
Nice. 10 against Ole Miss. 11 now in the new criteria.
Shouldn't be
next year when you get 12-team playoff, and that 12th spot will almost always be filled by a conference champion that will be ranked lower than that. Ole Miss would have been the last team in the playoff. We got Ole Miss and Penn State. What do you think of the matchup?
I like the matchup.
We're gonna go. Well, we're gonna watch this and then
we'll
give our thoughts on the matchup.
Ole Miss against the defense in Penn State.
And the college football in general. Okay.
Good. Well, I think it's another second one. Now
I didn't
expect
Ole Miss to get a New Year's Six Bowl. So that means 3 SEC teams got New Year's Six Bowls, assuming Georgia gets one too. There's no way Georgia doesn't though.
In your conference in the years in the months to come leading up to the 24 season. So I love the matchup. Great offense.
Trying to go to Dallas.
And an offense that sometimes has been stop and start with Penn State against the defense.
That's where the Cotton Bowl is. Yeah, it's in Arlington. Yeah. If I could somehow land on tickets, I would go.
I digress this year. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm actually gonna start looking at
I'm just saying, I'm
winning record.
We're gonna use it.
I'm actually gonna go look at
No, the other thing to say about the SEC and the Big Ten, all of the playoff teams will be in the SEC.
My problem here is how do I see? Oh, live viewer comment will show up here. Okay, cool.
For the Big Ten next year, as we go through what many perceive to be a Power 2 era. Continue on with these bowl matchups.
So
Georgia, Florida State.
You know what, JJ? I think he was.
Okay, I have thoughts on this game, which we'll get into after this show. I have thoughts on this one.
This game will prove why it was the right call to leave them out of the CFP.
And just go ahead and
put
Florida State and also put Georgia in. So if
and
somebody
they both feel like they got wrong
a little bit, we at least have the Seminoles and the Dogs playing at each other.
This will be interesting to me because we're in that phase of who plays in the game for you.
Yes.
Yo, this live thing is kind of nice. Hey, don't mind the stuff in the background. Christmas decorations are being put up. That's our Christmas tree box. Eventually, I'm gonna have stuff on the wall.
In this game for Georgia, but
it's not there yet.
Everybody shows up. This is one heck of a matchup, and we'll get a chance to see.
See if we got any
whether it's Tate Rodemaker will be back for this game.
No, I have no way to look at that.
And how he looks.
And this is a culture test, really more than anything else. Both teams 1 losses, 0 loss for Florida State, 1 loss for Georgia. on the heels of tremendous disappointment.
It says can't.
Here with the result of today's top
we might
4,
be getting comments.
Here's an opportunity to say, all right, well, we can do what some teams have done in the past, where they lay an egg, not motivated to be here, disappointed, look terrible. Or you can come out like TCU did in 2014 and absolutely destroy all this and send a message to the college football world that we were wronged. So I think it can go one or the other direction, and I think this is a tremendous matchup.
There we go. I had to pull it up on my phone. I guess this doesn't show up Twitter comments. Yeah, this is wild, bro.
If Florida State beats Georgia in this matchup,
this is wild. This is cool though.
I think Florida State was wrong.
They've been on this bowl game for a minute.
Right now, I feel bad for them because I think the criteria deserves evaluation, but
performance does not
I knew you were going there.
validate or invalidate selection. If so, there would never be upsets.
I have some thoughts on the Mizzou game, but I have some thoughts on some other bowl games as well. This is going to be a general college football show. Just this one time, just in honor of bowl season and where we are as a Mizzou team.
I told you guys not to bring that up. It's the only thing that really makes me mad.
The only thing that pisses me off, I want to like
Joey.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, we're not in the Liberty Bibberty Bowl.
Got to set
Yeah,
this up.
or the Air Force, or the Texas
highest
Bowl.
ranked group of 5.
You know what's crazy?
Get the spot in the New Year's.
Okay, you scared to play us, bro. They didn't make it to New Year's Six Bowl.
Was that coming in? But they
scared to play us.
SMU and the Americans.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
SMU hops ahead of an undefeated Liberty team, which won the
Yo,
conference.
if anybody's in the chat, if you guys can let us know how does everything sound. Can you hear the show? Are we being too loud? Is the show too loud and you can't hear it?
Jamie Chadwell's first year.
Because I'm not sure. This is our first time we've done this.
I don't care if they had the worst strength of schedule in the country. I want some consistency out of
When's
you
the next
guys.
bowl game going to be
So
announced?
let's
I'm
see
tired of
who's
looking at this.
in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl.
Might be, well, what? That's the top 11, right?
All right, here we go. Hey, Oregon got the Liberty Bibberty Bowl.
The Liberty Flames. The
Dude, they're going to
highest
smoke
group
them.
of 5 champions.
Think so?
And they get
Yeah.
in against
Are you kidding me?
Oregon. New Year's Day.
Could you see Oregon players not playing, though? Do you think because they didn't make the playoffs, do you think players just don't play?
I just knew I was going to see SMU, and we can talk about the strength of schedule. They didn't play anybody, but again, they played every data point on their schedule.
Look at the Liberty
and they
Bibberties.
won. And that means, so look at that reaction.
That's cool, though, for them.
Good job by Jamie
13-0, and they got put in the New Year's Six Bowl. Imagine going 13-0 and not making one.
The best group of 5 teams has to make a
I
New
think it
Year's
speaks
Six
to
Bowl,
what
right?
Liberty has been in the past few years.
Yeah. So yesterday, I believe it was too
Coach
late until they
Turnbull
lost.
comes over and
Yeah, right.
really gets them over the top. Congratulations to these guys.
Now, whether or
going
not
into
that should be
yesterday,
how it works,
and again, if we
you
had
know.
seen SMU, I don't
Well,
think
I don't
I'm bothered at all.
I
They
don't-
did a
I don't
terrific job
necessarily
of
think-
winning with a backup
Are they
no,
quarterback,
I don't know.
once Preston
I think
Stone
they are.
went down. But
I mean,
congratulations to
Tulane
Liberty.
beat USC last
They're
year.
gonna get
USC
everything
was a little
they want
overrated.
right here. And the
You
Oregon
forget how to play
Ducks,
defense every game.
That's the easiest way to put it.
they're gonna get everything they want.
All right.
I can't.
And here's the thing, too, man. Nobody wants to rain on Liberty's parade, but
I know
listened
Mauricio's still watching his
to
clinicals out in
Bo
Oregon right now,
in
and he
the
was really
aftermath
wondering
of
if
that
he would
loss
play
to
or not.
Washington. He certainly didn't announce.
I was
that he
thinking that'd
wasn't
be a
going to
very
play.
tough game. I feel
But
better about
even before they knew what the situation was,
On the
from
way,
it sounded like
on the way
it's
home from the
farewell.
gym just now.
And
Okay, I'm gonna.
right or wrong, whatever you think about it, you mentioned
That's all the
the
New Year's
term
Six bowls,
culture
I think.
test.
Yeah.
This
that's
becomes
the
a
two
test for
playoff
people who are
ones.
moving on. Are you going to play in this
Okay.
game? You know,
I'm
I mean, it's a
I'm
big
just gonna
thing.
mute
Jaden
this or
Daniels
turn it down a
might
little bit.
very
Okay.
well win the Heisman Trophy. Whatever bowl game
We'll leave it
else
on though.
he's
We'll leave it
he's
on.
playing. Is
That's
that
wild.
smart for him to play? You know, it's
All right.
you get the insurance
All right.
policy and make it-
So
make it
with
work.
that being said,
And you go back to when
I
Alabama
wonder if
had
I can pull up a
Madison
graphic
Price
here.
Young
Give me
in
one
last
second.
year,
I'm gonna see if
but
I
when
can
it
pull up
was
some
a bowl game,
graphics.
I think it just depends on
Actually, I'm gonna turn this up, see what graphics I can find for these bowl games, and then we'll go from there. Okay, buddy?
But I also understand the fact that
You can still see the screen, yeah?
Yeah,
The business
yeah.
of football is an
Okay,
individual
cool.
business.
Give me one
And for
moment.
the guys going to the National Football League, you have to protect that investment. And so I'm not going to say a guy's right or wrong. I'll just be disappointed if we don't see the best players in college football one more time this season.
I'll want to see them because I'm a fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have
course.
no issue whatsoever with a guy who in a bowl game, because in essence,
Okay.
many of these bowl games were founded to be exhibition games. And in many instances, that's what these are. And if a guy makes that decision,
Wow.
protect his future, I've got zero.
Okay,
issue
let's
with
see.
it. I
Yeah,
sure would
yeah,
like to
I'd
see them
say-
all play. because
We already
I
talked
wanna
about that with
watch
Payson on Friday.
Let's
I was
take a
like,
look now at
pretty
the final
cool.
rankings. Remember, the college football
Get those
playoff
guys, shut 'em
committee
up.
doesn't do a ranking after the bowl. This is it. So for the final time, let's
It
have
might
a
be
look
good
at
for
now.
Burden too. He
Top
gets to go against
25
Marvin
stacked up
Harrison
is
Jr.
brought to you by AJ
Oh yeah, that'd be a
and
matchup.
Kansas
I hear the
State.
rankings too. Cool. I'm
Teams in
actually
there,
happy to
and
turn off.
SMU
K-State stays ranked. SMU moves up into the rankings. Clemson moves up one. Who fell out of the rankings?
You get Boo back on here and ask him
Tulane?
close.
Tulane.
The process was between SMU
It was
and
Tulane,
Liberty,
100%.
but again, realizing what he did with this SMU team and being able to lose to Preston Stone and still coming in and winning this game with Kevin Jennings yesterday, very impressive.
I mean, they're not going to change that
Really
much.
impressive. And I think another
All
thing
right,
too,
I have a video to
we talked
put.
a little earlier
I'm
about
going to share my
culture
screen.
testing.
After this,
I
I'm
think
going to
we
play another
probably need to
video
tip our
before we
cap
get
a
into
little
our
bit
thoughts
to
on
Clemson. And Clemson was left for
on
dead.
these
I mean,
games.
they were. A lot of people at that point, midway point of the season,
We
6,
should have
7
done these
games, 8
lives
games in,
for the
people say
rankings
Clemson's
throughout the
done,
season.
Dabo's done,
Well, no,
that
next year.
program's on the decline, all
Season
those
2
things.
of
What
Off the
they do,
Dome.
they
This is how we're going to do it.
They rally to get a big win against Notre Dame. They finished really on a high note against South Carolina, avenging the loss from a year
Is
ago.
Notre Dame ranked?
Firmly in the top 25.
Yeah.
Again, deservedly
They
so.
should
A
be.
great turnaround for Clemson down the
I think they
stretch.
should be in the
21 and
15-18
22
range.
Six Bowls
Thing.
against each other.
They're the
last
most
year,
overrated
Tennessee
team I've
and
ever
Clemson.
seen.
Let's look
They're
at
not.
20 through
Stop
16.
Stop it. There you go,
Oklahoma
16.
State falls a couple of spots after
Yeah,
getting
I was going
blown
to say,
out.
bro, they had to
Oregon
be better than
State,
fucking
Jonathan
Iowa.
Smith on his way to Michigan
I
State.
would
They
play a
move
bunch
up a
of
spot
fucking
in the
Notre
final
Liberty
four.
would go beat
Virginia
Notre Dame, bro.
LA's on into the transfer portal. North Carolina State, what a season they had. Dave Doran with 9 wins. And Iowa,
Stop.
good.
Get out of
They're
here.
on
with
one
this
spot after. I mean, they went in and fought Michigan, all kinds of offensive problems.
shit.
Sitting there at number 17, and Notre Dame moves up a spot with its 9th win at 16. Let's look at 15 through 11 and Louisville
Arizona mob.
down just
There.
what about Jed
Penn
Fish
State
and
to
the
beat Ole
job he
Miss.
did at
The
Arizona?
defense
It's
finally
just an
shut up.
outstanding job of what they've done out
All right,
there and just how they
I have some more
built
thoughts
a
on
physical
this.
team. They
I'm going to
explode
type my
offense.
thoughts
You
somewhere
got to give
real
shout
quick
out to him and everything that he's
so I don't
building out
forget
there,
them.
and the future is so bright going forward.
So if you hear, any viewers, if you hear me typing, you didn't hear me typing.
Now, highest ranked
I can hear you
Group 5
typing.
champions. We had the 12-team format, which I'm sure we'll take a look at that later. The one that we'll have next year.
Can you hear me typing?
Liberty,
Okay,
got
good.
the New Year's Six Bowl, would be in the playoff as the 12th team and the 12th seed, meaning Oklahoma would be out. The cut line would be just below Ole Miss, which is at number 11, which we saw earlier. Ole Miss is playing Penn State, and we've got Missouri taking on Ohio State, and Oregon
That's about what I figured.
has Liberty, and that's how the final rankings from the
Wow.
selection committee stacks.
All right.
Nothing really to get anybody too upset.
I don't know that debate between 11 and 12 next year.
I think that's all I got.
Do we have the 12-team bracket ready, Jeff Brown, our producer?
When you
See,
look,
this is the stage of the program. 4 hours. We're 2 hours and 40.
But we already know who the top 6 is, so I'm not worried about that.
Openly talk to the producers on national television.
there you go.
Because a lot of people, including us, are watching the Dolphins and the Commanders right now. Sometimes, and we're also
I'm going to give.
picking this up. Have you got the 12-team bracket ready already? No. Okay, it's not messed. It's messed up. They're fixing it right now. Efforting.
I don't think they're any
They're about to show the 12-team bracket.
Joey asked, whatever Joey asked for, we try
I
to
think.
make sure we deliver. So Bill Corrigan will be back to discuss the Liberty SMU conundrum.
Thank you.
Are they going to commercial?
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't really care to watch this commercial.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There's a different screen I want to share, so I'm going to stop sharing this screen, okay?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I've got it on my TV too, so if they bring up the bracket, I'll
Yeah, if they bring up the bracket, let me know, and I can just share it right back. What I want to do is share this right here. This is the reaction of the Missouri Tigers seeing their bowl game, and I do want to show you that. All right, ready?
Yeah.
This is their thoughts, and I don't know how loud this is going to be, so if this is too loud for everybody, it's a 90-second video. Look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. That is hilarious. They look so happy, bro. Dude, they look stunned. Dude. Oh, yeah, I'm clicking on the action. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. You love to see it for the boys.
It was so quick, man. I mean, it caught me off guard. Got both of us off guard.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. Is like they said we're gonna announce. I thought they were gonna like they do the rankings. They build it up. Nah, straight into it.
They didn't even do like a fucking blank template versus blank template. It was just like boom, okay, Missouri, Ohio State. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
wait. Okay, I'm gonna now do this. We're gonna give our thoughts on the Mizzou game first because clearly this is a Mizzou show.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get that pulled up. Boom. Why does it look like that? Hold up, that is really small. There we go. Now this. All right, perfect. This is why we do this. Okay. Missouri vs. Ohio State in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, December 29th, 8 EST, or 8 Eastern time, which is funny because in December 29th I will be on Eastern time. So this is the time I'll be watching the game.
Where are you going to
How
be?
you feel? I'll be in Louisville.
Oh yeah.
Yep, be Louisville for the new year. Give me your initial thoughts. We'll get more depth in our show on Tuesday when we do that. But just initial thoughts. How you feeling about this?
I mean, like I already hinted at it, man. I talked about this occasionally this last week. I was like, if we could play Ohio State, just to have the opportunity to shut up what I think is a very arrogant fan base. If you're putting "the" in front of your school's name, I'm not a fan of you. So just to have the opportunity to play these guys, I think they're a good team. Obviously, Marvin Harrison, in the Bolitnikoff finalist category. They're always a perennial blue blood in college football, but I think they're maybe a tad bit overrated, and hopefully we can play a good game against them. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. On the way home from the gym, just like 20 minutes ago, I was talking to Macy in the car. I was like, these are the teams that potentially Mizzou could play, assuming they get a New Year's Six bowl. Not that I was too worried about it, but if if the committee decided that they drop Mizzou in rankings for whatever reason, you never know with them. The teams I listed off that I wanted to play was Oregon, Ohio State, and Penn State.
Yeah.
Now I think Ohio State. I feel good about it. I think we match up fairly well against them. I think they're a little overrated as well. The best team they played all year was Michigan. Granted, they did lose at Michigan, but and Mizzou.
I mean, that's the only game I didn't even watch a game. I just watched the highlights. So I've got more research to do. But
yeah, 100%. If Mizzou goes and beats Ohio State, what does that say about Michigan?
Yeah, yeah.
Or what does it say about the Big Ten in general? I suppose.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, dude. This is a matchup. I can't wait to see what the hoodies look like. For the Cotton Bowl. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic, dude. I woke up this morning like with just an abundance of energy.
Yeah.
Waiting for this. I was more excited for this than I was for the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
Which I have thought
where this program has been the last decade since our last two SEC, championship appearances. We've been on a wild ride, man. So to finally get back to, what's the word? I don't know. The national spotlight. That's pretty crazy.
And I think, so my question to you is, do you think this is a win-win for Missouri? And the reason I say that, let me explain. So, like, for instance, if you play a team like Liberty or Tulane, I'm not bashing them. I'm not saying they're bad teams. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying they expect you to win. So if you win, it's not like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And if you lose, it's like you're going to get clowned for losing. You know what I mean? Now we're playing Ohio State, right? I just predicting that they're going to predict, Ohio State. More people are going to predict Ohio State to beat Mizzou, right? I think we're not going to be favored to win. So if we lose that game, it's like, okay, this is what we expected. It's still a step in the right direction for Missouri, right? And if you win, it's like they just beat Ohio State. Mizzou is.
I think the potential is much higher because if you beat Liberty, like, it's been mentioned in the group chat. I was talking with Jake this morning. It's a lose-lose. You win, you were supposed to. You lose. How the hell did you lose to Liberty? And you're getting clowned either way. You lose this game, we'll still get clowned because it's Mizzou and it's Big Ten beating the SEC, which shouldn't happen or whatever.
This is Big Ten's second best team.
But
they've been in the college football playoffs how many times in the past 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So I the potential is much better with this game. If you win, that is a solid year for Mizzou football.
I don't think a loss would be as damaging.
No, at all.
It depends in the fashion, like if you were to lose. But we're not even going to talk about Mizzou losing because Mizzou's going to go whoop that ass.
The biggest loss we've had all year was by.
Do you feel like a home game for Mizzou? Mizzou's got a lot of people down in Dallas.
We're closer to Dallas than Ohio State is, but
I live down there. It's a 7.5 hour drive. I've done it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bro.
I don't know how I mean, I feel like the big nest of Mizzou alumni are in Chicago, St. Louis, KC, Dallas, and maybe Denver. I don't know how Ohio State's is distributed. But obviously, like I just said, we're closer anyways. So I think we'll have a better traveling fan base. But there's also, I mean, Ohio State with the brand it is has a huge probably bandwagon fan base all across the nation. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm not. I think Mizzou will show up well. So.
Is Ohio even like a real state, dude? Like, does that even exist?
Only in elections. Yeah, only in elections.
I just feel like,
yeah.
Like what even? Where I don't understand. I've never heard of Ohio.
I had one other thought about this on Friday. I just remembered.
Let's hear it.
I was working with a patient, and I was like, you know what? Obviously, there's going to be some overlap with Mizzou and Chiefs fans like us, and some Ohio State and Bengals fans. And
yeah, I love it. I love Bengals.
I would love to beat those guys.
I agree. No, I'm excited. I think this was my main worry was, and again, I'm not bashing these teams. My main worry though was we were going to get the Liberty, which after this days Tulane lost, so it was Liberty. I was worried we were going to get Liberty. Just you get to this game and it's been 10 years, and that's what your reward. That just would feel very underwhelming.
Yeah.
In this case, like this is let's think about the other matchups. You got. Let me see if I can find a graphic. But you got Penn State and Ole Miss. I think is a good matchup. But I feel like, and then the other one was Georgia and FSU. My thoughts on that game are, you're going to see why the committee made the right decision today. Now, unfortunately, I do think there's more than 4 teams that should have been in the playoffs. Georgia, this was the first time the number 1 team that lost fell out of the playoff rank or top 4. Do I think Georgia should have not made the top 4? I still think they're a top 4 team, to be honest with you. You lose to Bama. I don't know. It's weird. I think it's really just a flaw in the system. Good thing they're fixing that next year.
Yeah. I mean, this is like perfect transition to a 12-team playoff because it should have been that this year. Should have at least started with 6 or 8. Like the fact that they thought 4 teams could encompass 5 power conferences. It was never. So
they got that 12-team bracket on the screen.
No, they've got Mizzou ranked or they're showing that, and they've got Boo Corrigan talking. But
okay, cool. Keep me updated on that.
Yeah.
I have a new graphic we're gonna be looking at. Hopefully this works how I want it to work, though.
I'm happy.
How does this look? Why does it do that? There we go. Okay, cool. Here are the New Year's 6 bowl games.
How Oregon's fan base feels because they got the Liberty matchup.
Yeah.
Am I a joke to you?
So this is what we got. I mean, out of the New Year's 6 bowls, and don't count the top 2. I mean, because technically it's a New Year's 6 bowl, but those are college football playoffs. Those are going to be, as hyped as possible.
Yep.
But like the bottom 4 games.
Bracket up.
Which one? Oh, they do have the bracket up.
Yeah, we'd be playing. Okay. Yeah.
We'll get back to what I was just doing, but let's get back to this.
Yeah. Unless we play Georgia. Come on.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. Because I can do that.
Playoff selection committee. Also,
all right.
the athletic director.
I'm gonna pause right here. Just want to see it. Okay, so this is what we got. We'd be playing Oregon, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Liberty, while Alabama would have a really easy road to the semifinals. Yeah. Now, again, if FSU had Jordan Travis, I think that would be a great matchup, Bama and Florida State. But in this case, they don't. Florida or Bama have easy road to the semifinals. I think Mizzou
would survive against Liberty just like they did against Louisville, but then they'd get wrecked by Alabama.
Yeah. Ohio State and Penn State, obviously Ohio State would win that, and they go play Washington. I think that'd be a good matchup. I think Washington wins that. Georgia and Ole Miss, we've already seen that matchup. Georgia plays Texas. Georgia and Texas matchup would be really good. I know Texas beat Bama, but I think Georgia would beat Texas. Missouri and Oregon, I think would be a good match. I think Missouri, Oregon, and Michigan. I think that could go either way. You could make an argument for each one of those teams make it to the semifinals.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm going to pick Mizzou. And that is interesting, man. First 2 out would be LSU and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to get next year, dude.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that, a team like, let's just use Liberty for example, because they're in the bracket, should make the 12-team playoff, or do you think it should be the top 12 teams? Because it's top 11 teams and then one group of 5 teams.
See, I was curious about that because I was thinking about that right before they showed the bracket. I didn't know if that would factor in the group of 5, but
yeah, no, they are like guaranteed a spot.
I mean,
because when Mizzou was ranked 12th earlier in the year, they wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Florida State being included or not, like they did everything they could do. They won their schedule, and then it was kind of like the argument with Cincinnati making the CFP 3 years ago or whatever, and then Bama smoked them. So it's like you deserve recognition for playing your schedule and doing everything in your power to prove that you belong, but at a certain point, you just got to realize that they're not on the same level as these other teams.
I agree. This is interesting. I honestly, I think the Mizzou, Oregon, and Michigan side of the bracket would be the most entertaining.
For sure. Yeah.
Because we've seen Penn State and Ohio State, we've seen Georgia and Ole Miss, Liberty and Florida State. Take what you want from that. But I think those 3 teams, none of them have played each other, all from 3 different conferences. I think that would be that'd be super interesting. This is just an emergency 12-team playoff that fixes everything. Florida State's now in it. I was talking to my buddy, and he was talking about how the top 8 teams, it should only be the top 6 teams go to the playoffs because after that it's not competitive. And I made the argument that I think up to Missouri, you could probably make the argument up to Penn State, and maybe even Ole Miss, even though they got smoked by Georgia. I don't think they're a terrible team. I think it would be competitive. I think this year, it's number 1 is a lot closer to number, let's just say 10 than in the past years. You know what I mean?
Yep. I think at this because I was late last night when I was out. They had the FCS second round on, and it was Idaho versus Southern Illinois, I think, and they do a mini March Madness. I don't know how many teams total, but they do a much larger playoff bracket. And granted, those are totally different teams. Quality of team is not near to what we're talking about, but. I did see earlier in the season when it was all the hype was about this 12-team bracket. Somebody was like, "Well, why don't we just go to 64 like basketball?" Stop.
64 would be too much.
12 is enough. 12 is enough.
If you expanded it past 12, I think 16, but no more than that.
Yeah. So I think 12 is. We'll see how that goes
or
next
maybe 14.
year. It's a bunch of competitive good games. So
you could do 14 and do the first 2 seeds get a bye. I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the 12-team playoffs. It sucks it's next year. I saw a tweet, and I don't know how accurate it is, but I guess the reason it starts next year is because the ACC stalled out, and they didn't want it this year. So some people are like, this is FSU's punishment for the ACC stalling out, which is unfortunate. But back to what I wanted to ask you. So disregard the 2 games at the top, Bama, Michigan, Washington, Texas. I do kind of want to just get your opinions on that. Maybe we do that on the show on Tuesday, though. But the bottom 4 games.
Yep.
And try to be as unbiased as possible, just matchup-wise. Which is the most exciting?
The bottom 2?
4.
Or the
bottom 4. So Georgia, Florida State, and down.
Okay, so I'm going to take Mizzou out of it because that's going to be my answer. Georgia's going to what?
I mean, no, include Missouri. Just try to be unbiased. Try to be realistic. Which matchup, including Missouri, would be the most exciting? And you can give your thoughts on each one if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, if FSU had Jordan Travis, they'd be in the playoff. But them playing Georgia would also be much more compelling. Mm-hmm. I don't think that game's going to even be close. I think FSU still has a great run game, still has a great defense. That's why they beat Louisville the way they did last night. But that game will probably not be close. I think it's a very interesting, compelling storyline with Mizzou and Ohio State having 2 of the best wide receivers in the nation. Henry Burden's got a chip on his shoulder for not, making the finalists of the Blitnikoff. Hopefully kind of uses that as motivation. I don't know. I mean, again, I got to watch more Ohio State games before we play them. But I think, obviously, it'll be a good game. I think we line up against them well. Oregon and Liberty. No disrespect to Liberty, but I've seen a highlight of them or 2 all year. Oregon's probably going to smoke them because they're pissed that they lost to Washington, that they're not in the CFP. And honestly, I don't know. Something about Penn State and Ole Miss seems like the wild card of all the games to me. I feel like that one has the most potential to be just like, I mean, I think it's either ours or the Peach Bowl for most entertaining game.
I agree. So outside of the college football playoffs, I think the Missouri-Ohio State game is the most intriguing matchup.
Yeah.
Just because the Ole Miss and Penn State game, I think, would be second. That'd be an interesting game. It'll either be super high scoring or low scoring. I think Ole Miss wins that game. Oregon and Liberty, like you said, I watched the Liberty and New Mexico State game on Friday night because I had a 11-leg parlay, so I needed the Liberty to win.
Yeah.
Neither team played defense, and that is how you lose to Oregon because they like to put up points. So I think, again, no offense to Liberty, they went 13-0. That, I mean, regardless of which conference you're in, that's
impressive.
Yeah. But I think Oregon, I don't know if it's necessarily close. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it's a game, man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
It'll depend on if they have opt-outs too. So.
Oh yeah. It'll depend on the opt-outs. I could see some Oregon players opting out. Mizzou and Ohio State, I think, or we'll go to Georgia, Florida State. I don't. This is my thoughts on this. Ready? I didn't mean to do that. Wait, I'm to my screen. Oh, here we go. Let me do this. So I wrote down some notes when I told you I was typing. Let me pull them up here. Okay. Georgia dropped 5 spots after losing in the SEC championship, which most deem the most challenging conference in college football, right? They lost by 3. Georgia did miss a field goal, and there's that controversial 4th down catch, right? Yeah. So they lost the game. Doesn't matter. They lost the game, but they lost to 3.
Yep.
By 3. Okay. Louisville lost by 10. They dropped 1 spot. Okay. Yep. Iowa lost 26-0. They dropped 1 spot.
Yeah.
You dropped Georgia 5 spots. So my thought is I don't think this game is necessarily close either. Because Florida State's not scoring points. Now their defense looks really good, but they're not scoring. Now they have a month roughly to put something together. I just think
your second string quarterback back, Rodemaker or whatever. So
yeah, he should be back by then. But regardless, he played against Florida. He played against that team when Jordan Travis got hurt.
Yep.
I think he played against Florida.
Yeah.
He looked all right.
I mean, Florida had eligibility too their last 2 games, us and Florida State. So you can say that, well, they barely squeaked past Florida. I think Florida was giving it everything they got their last 2 games.
Florida very well could have won that game.
Yeah.
And again, Georgia, you can't really just because Georgia smoked Florida doesn't mean Georgia's going to smoke Florida State. So this is his second full game as a starting quarterback, and it's against the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But Georgia might have players opt out, bro. Brock Bowers may not play.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? They may opt out because they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think the Georgia or Mizzou and Ohio State game is, I don't think Mizzou players will have that many opt out because say what you want, and I might be a little biased. I think Mizzou and Ohio State could be a playoff game.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State has 1 loss. That's to Michigan, who's the number 1 team in the country. We have 2, 1 to Georgia, which sucks they dropped out of the playoffs. But whatever. Our 2 losses are 2 ranked teams. I think what is LSU 13?
Yeah.
So 2 top 15 teams we lost to. I think it'll be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give more in-depth analysis predictions on Tuesday or Wednesday morning when the episode goes live. But that was exciting, dude.
Yeah.
That was exciting. I was not expecting it to happen that fast, but
26 days. So
26 days. Let's look at something real quick. If I can pull it up. I do want to take a look at something. Let's go to Ticketmaster and see if tickets are live.
Oh God.
Let's just go look at it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Football. All right.
Other Mizzou team to worry about here.
Oh yeah, that starts. We'll finish this up just really quick. I just want to see if it's live. I want to see if the Missouri Tigers football tickets may not be live yet. Okay, they're not live.
Like 20 minutes ago.
Damn, that sucks. They're not live. I imagine they'll go live here fairly soon. Take a look at those. I'm gonna see if I can somehow finagle some tickets. 99.9% chance it doesn't happen, but you never know. And then the next thing I wanted to look at, I want to see if they have the hoodies live, man. They should have hoodies. No, I want to buy a hoodie.
Yeah. I don't. We'll see. I kind of like to wait until my team's won the game before I get something. Like I did with the Royals because it was the first I'd ever heard of like my teams doing anything. But I kind of like to wait till like the Chiefs won the AFC, won the Super Bowl.
No, I agree with you, but this is different.
That's true.
Because how long has it been? Look at it. They're already live. Boom, there it is. Yep.
All right.
I'm buying it.
All right. So what uniform are we rocking? Let's have that conversation real quick.
Ooh, yeah. I'm actually glad you did. I could see Ohio State wearing their away unis.
Yeah, I wonder how did they determine that in bowl games because it's not like the NFL or anything.
I have no idea. Truly.
I like that. Tigers and Buckeyes.
If this was on the hoodie, I kind of wish the hoodie wasn't gray because it's like gray on gray.
Yeah.
But this is what they look like. This shirt is cool. I like this shirt a lot. Oh, I like this long sleeve. Maybe I do the long sleeve, man.
Yeah.
Kind of fuck with that too, man. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the
hoodie got a boring helmet until you add all the stickers on it.
Yeah, I think I might do this, dude. And when we win by the hoodie, low key.
We gotta go with the block now. We gotta go with the block now.
I don't know. If we wear our away uniforms, our white pants were screwed up this year, so that's why you've noticed we've only worn white pants once because Nike messed up on our pants. How do you do that, Nike?
Can't fix that. Well, how do you fuck that up for an entire year though? Like the fact that they can't fix that within.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm clearly there's more that goes on behind the scenes that maybe we don't. Maybe I don't know. I truly have no idea. So if we wear away unis, it'll be white tops, black pants. Obviously black helmet. Blocking would be cool, but I could see them doing the oval tiger low key, and I'd be cool with either one of those realistically.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I could also see them doing even if Ohio State does wear their red unis or their home unis. I could see us going all black still.
Yeah.
Honestly,
do they ever do color on color in New Year's 6? I don't feel like I remember that. I feel like it's always home versus away. But
I don't know.
Dude, I would just love. I want black, gold. Black helmet, black jersey, gold pants.
I'd be okay with that. Honestly, regardless of it, I wish we had white pants because if we had to wear away, we could go all white. But I almost think it would be more traditional to wear the black pants, regardless. Even if we had white pants, I don't know. I'm excited for whatever we're gonna go. We know Ohio State has two options. It's red and gray pants or white and gray pants. That's it.
Yeah.
Mizzou's got options. We've got more to choose from because we're just cooler in general. Imagine being a Buckeye. What is a Buckeye? You know what it is? Seriously, I have no idea.
I'll look it up real quick. Hold up. I do like. We talked about us playing Oregon earlier. I like this both from a matchup standpoint and from a uniform matchup. Like,
you ready to see what a Buckeye is?
It's a nut, isn't it?
A small, shiny, dark brown nut with a light tan patch that comes from a tree in Ohio.
Nice.
So they are a nut, and we are a tiger.
Well, we're not. We're carnivores, but I guess we can eat some nuts for a day. So.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. I'm trying to do a mascot matchup, man. I don't know. I guess.
Yo, what if at halftime our mascot fought their mascot? Who wins?
Bro, Truman. 10
our mascot jumps out of fucking planes.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking drop kick that fucker. No, but back to my point though. I do like this from not only like an overall matchup standpoint, but I like that Mizzou's gone back to traditional uniforms and will match up with Ohio State that has traditional uniforms. Oregon still does weird fucking shit with their unis. They look good, but I like that there's going to be more of a traditional look. So, I'm excited.
Nah, dude. I agree. I'm excited. I mean, it's funny. I'm on Twitter and it says, "Breaking: Ohio State running back Evan Pryor enters the transfer portal." Oh, the Citrus Bowl. You ready for it?
Yeah. Are they announcing more of them?
Yeah, they're announcing games all day. Who do you think the Citrus Bowl is? Give me your predictions. I'll give you the conferences and you give me the teams. SEC, Big Ten.
LSU and who else is in Iowa?
You got Iowa right.
Iowa and who else was good in the SEC? Why am I blanking? Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah.
I'm curious to see. I thought the Citrus Bowl was like the next best bowl game.
I kind of thought it was too.
So I'm confused on what bowl game.
I wonder what LSU's going to get.
I want to see why are they not announcing tickets?
Why the season on?
Like Citrus Bowl already has a link for tickets. I just want to see the Cotton Bowl ticket prices, man. They just don't have them. Maybe it's over here. Oh, maybe let's go to the website. We'll look at this last thing and then we'll kind of just end it. Purchase verified. They already sold out of tickets.
There we go. Wait,
oh shit, dude!
The game?
Supposedly,
Jesus.
but dude, tickets are so affordable. I mean, you're sitting in section 400, so the very very top. $85.
I remember watching. Wait, how many bucks? $80?
I mean, you're in the very very top, but $85 is the cheapest ticket.
I remember.
Let me share my screen. Let me just show you, buddy.
On Pardon My Take, went and watched like one of the Final Four games in like the highest tier possible. But granted, that's for basketball too. That's not for football. But
if any sponsors or anybody watching this wants to donate, Off the Dome would love to attend the game. Like, what if we set like right? What if we set like right here? Wait, whatever side Mizzou's on, I guess they might be over here. I don't know, but like they're really not as expensive as I was expecting. Like these are, the real expensive tickets. I don't even know what that would look like.
I said you want to see where I sat for that Notre Dame Clemson game?
Yeah, where?
It was right where your cursor just was.
Right here?
Nah, go back to like the end zone.
Right here?
Not to the end zone. But, on right over there.
Is that here?
I think a little lower, honestly. Yeah.
It's right here? These are cheap as shit.
Yeah.
177?
Oh, dude. Yeah. I got
lucky. What if we just full sent it, bro?
Spent the life savings. Yeah, let's do it.
$170, dude. Shoot.
That'd be fun.
That's crazy, man. They're really nothing crazy. I thought they were gonna be like $1,000.
I would have to pay myself much better than I did on homecoming because there's no way I'm spending that much money to forget it all.
Someone just put in our group chat that they're going to the bowl game.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those people got big boy jobs. I'm still waiting on mine. So
I might be working on the corner for a couple of weeks, brother. Just saying.
It's like Peter Griffin. Get to BJ's here, BJ's. Come get
Iowa State is in the Liberty Bowl against Memphis.
Okay.
I'm excited to see these bowl games throughout the day. Yeah. Can't believe KU is too scared to play us in a bowl game. That's crazy.
There's at least one fan that I know that wants to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Let's see here. Actually, maybe we should save this for the show on Tuesday, but maybe we should pull it back up. But there's one more thing I want to look at, and then I'm seriously.
Hey, meanwhile, your basketball Tigers have a nice little 7-0 lead against Wichita State right now.
There we go. Yeah, I need to hurry and get off here so I can get on to the next one, dude.
I mean, dude, besides the Jackson State, while we're talking about the current topic here, besides the Jackson State loss, which is still just inexcusable.
Tigers by 20. Macy came in here and said roll Tide, dude.
Bro.
Tigers by 20. Jeremiah Jones has got it right.
I'm not gonna say that's grounds for divorce, but like,
look at this. I'm gonna show it on the screen. Roll Tide.
That's tough, Macy. I thought I knew you.
So we were talking about Mizzou games we're gonna go to next year, and one the Bama game is in Bama. And I was like, "Who are you gonna root for?" She goes, Mizzou, and she says, "Roll Tide, get out of here." Tigers by 20. Jeremiah Jones gets it.
There we go.
Good job, Jerry.
Why is she a Bama fan? She grew up.
I don't even. No, I have no idea.
She a bandwagon.
But the last time Mizzou played Ohio State was 1998. 2 days after I was born. Actually, September 19th, 1998. 2 days after I was born, they played Ohio State in Ohio, wherever that is, and they lost 35-14. Mizzou is 1-10 against them.
It's Ohio State.
Yep, we've only won one. They've won 10. There's one tie. We tied in 1946. Our one win came in 1976 by 1 point.
Okay.
But if you look at the matchup, so again, Ohio State won all these. Okay, 1939 they won 19-0. 1944 they won 54-0. 1945 they won 47-6. Granted, this is when they didn't really know how to throw the ball.
True.
They had leather helmets. You know what I mean?
Rugby, yeah.
In 1949, Mizzou lost by 1. 1947, 13-7, Ohio State. I don't even know why I'm looking at this. This is pointless.
Hey, we were undefeated against Jackson State until we weren't. So we can be 1-10 against Ohio State until we're not. So
1998. That was a long time ago. 25 years.
Exactly. Streaks don't mean shit about the current game.
Yep. We have the Shredder and
Joey,
Brady Cook.
Joey
Chef
B
Cook.
and the Cincinnati Bengals were 3-0 against Mahomes going into last year's AFC Championship game. You know who won that game? Remind me who, Lucas.
You know, I was at that game.
Who won it?
I got to wave all the Bengals fans goodbye.
I can't remember for the life of me. Who won that one? You were waving goodbye. So did we win?
We did win.
Okay. So, yeah.
Mahomes won on one leg. But anyways, I think that'll do it. New episode on Wednesday. We'll do more in-depth Ohio State versus Mizzou matchup because you guys want to hear our expert analysis that we give off every week.
Yes, sir.
We have the
flag football players and all of their expertise.
I do know next time we record, you got to take that Kansas banner down, buddy.
I'm going to say something about it. I'm sorry to all the viewers out there. I'm still living in enemy territory for 2 more weeks until I'm back on the right side of the state line. But yeah, I got to wrap up clinical over here in Topeka, Kansas, and then I'm out of here. So make do.
We have the pumpkin pie thing on Tuesday. I got to try pumpkin pie. Whoop de fucking do. Excited for that. And we'll talk some Mizzou basketball because they play Wichita State today, and the next game after that is KU. So we'll talk some Mizzou basketball. Other than that, thank you for everybody joining. It was fun. Ohio State versus Mizzou in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Mizzou by a milli is as we say it. And Andrew, even though it's a live show, we still end it the same way as always, buddy. MIZ.
ZOU.
See you, man.
See you, sir.